Welcome inside the On-Center War Memorial Arena for this presentation of Syracuse Silver Knights playoff soccer. The Silver Knights take on their division rivals, the Baltimore Blast, in their first playoff game of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. And this game is now underway. The starting lineups for the Silver Knights: Domenico Vital, Bo Yelovak, Darren Toby, Canardo Forbes, and Slavisa Ubi Parapovic, with Andrew Coughlin in between the pipes. For the Baltimore Blast, it's Andrew Hoxie, Juan Pereira, Vinny Dantas, Joey Capinos in net, Tony Donatelli, and Jeremy Rayleigh for the Baltimore Blast. I'm Justin Poor, joined alongside Jonah Karp. Our first time on the call together, and this Syracuse playoff matchup is underway. Already a foul on the Silver Knights to start off, as the Blast will get a free kick from the far right side. The Knights and the Blast have played 4 times this season. Baltimore took the first 3 matchups, and Syracuse won the last one. That was only 4 days ago, right here in the On-Center War Memorial Arena. The Blast getting ready to set up for the kick. It's going to be a tap. The shot by Donatelli is blocked. And now Syracuse regains possession. It's Canardo Forbes maintaining possession for Syracuse.
That's exactly how you want to start if you're Syracuse in this one. Remember, defense played a key factor in the victory on Sunday. It was a 6-4 victory, a very low-scoring game compared to what we've seen from both these teams all season. Baltimore will hold you to about 5 or 6 goals in a game, so don't expect to score a whole lot. Make sure you're playing tough defense. They did right there on the free kick.
Jake Schindler gets a foot on the ball, but it was deflected by a Blast player, and now Syracuse will be set up with a free kick in the right corner. Jonah, as we said, the defense in the last game, Baltimore is not going to allow you to score a lot of points, but they were without 3 of their main players last week. Definitely something Syracuse took advantage of, but they're not going to get that benefit in this one.
Right, and we've already seen a few of them. Hoxie, Dantas, and Pereira all out last week.
Setting up for the kick is Slavisa. He gets Tavernisi. That shot's blocked, but Syracuse regains possession. It's Nate Bordeaux. Bordeaux being pressured in the far left corner. He gets it out to Canardo Forbes. Forbes with the chip pass over to Tavernisi. Tavernisi swings it over to Slavisa Ubi Parapovic. Talk about Joey Tavernisi. He had one of the best seasons in Syracuse Silver Knight history as he kicks that one over the net, and Baltimore will get a goal kick. But talking about Joey Tavernisi, he had single-season records in both points and assists for the Silver Knights, 26 assists along with 28 goals for a grand total of 54 points. All franchise records for a single season.
Yeah, and we knew he was good coming into the season. I don't know if we expected that type of production. Slavisa Ubi Parapovic coming back, Canardo Forbes coming back. Both players were here all 7 years. We know what they were. We didn't really expect that much from Joey Tavernisi. Now Syracuse has a 3-headed monster in the playoffs.
And that's what it has come down to. That's what's led to this team's success all season long. This is their 4th time in the MASL playoffs, but they missed out last year, and now they're back facing the 2-time defending MASL champions. That shot off the boards by Mello and regained by Andrew Coughlin. Yeah, Coughlin gets it up to Ben Raymond, and it's stolen by a Blast defender.
Talking about last season, just an 8-12 record last year. Missed out on the playoffs, like you said, Justin. Ryan Hall only coached the team for about half the season. This year, got a full stint with the team, and look at what he did with it.
And the success and progression has really showed with this team. They play a lot more confidently, both offensively and defensively, and a lot of that has to do with the man who just made that pass, Andrew Coughlin, having a great year in between the pipes. Now with the ball, Darren Toby, he swings it to Canardo Forbes, who rockets a shot just wide right. Vital tries to take advantage, but wide left on the shot. Domenico Vital missing right there. He takes another shot, blocked, and another free kick for the Silver Knights.
Well, you gotta love the aggression on offense for the Syracuse Silver Knights. And Canardo Forbes taking a shot from the parking lot. We know his right leg can be a rocket. That was a good description, Justin.
Coming out aggressive.
He has some powerful right leg, Canardo Forbes does.
Coming out aggressive early against the Eastern Division regular season champions. Good start so far for the Silver Knights. didn't have to do too much defensively so far. Now with the ball is Capinos. He swings it up. No one to be found as Darren Toby heads that one to the boards. But now possession from Liam Callahan. Now with the ball is Dos Santos. And Baltimore will just take possession at their own side of the field. 11:40 to go in this first quarter. A 0-0 knot here at the Allen Center War Memorial. Game 1 of round 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. And right there, an opportunity for the Blast. No luck there. Darren Toby able to clear the ball, and now the Blast have to reset. Healy with the ball, swings it to Donatelli. Donatelli, the Syracuse killer, in the first 3 wins for the Blast over the Silver Knights this season. He had 7 assists and 2 goals. Absolutely a wrecking ball for the Blast.
Yeah, Tony Donatelli, definitely a player to watch in this one. For Baltimore this season, 22 goals, 21 assists on offense, and on defense, 21 block shots. He's unbelievable on both sides of the ball.
Healy with the pass off the boards. Now a scrum for the ball between Yelovak and Rayleigh, and Healy will now regroup at midfield. Trying to play the ball up is Healy, but Andrew Coughlin regains possession. And now it's the Silver Knights who will get a crack as Coughlin forces it upfield. And now Nate Bordeaux regains possession and gets it to Vital. Vital tried to pass that one to Schindler. It's intercepted. And oh, what a shot right there from Thomas, but a great save by Andrew Coughlin. The first one he's really had to make today, and that'll set up a Blast free kick at that far left corner.
Well, we've had the pleasure of watching Andrew Coughlin in net all season long. He could be Superman sometimes. Showed off his range right there, diving to his right side.
Really a nice season from Andrew Coughlin. 69% save percentage on the season in only his second year with the team. Donatelli passes that ball off, leading to a shot, but deflected off the foot of Dantas. And now heading the ball. Oh, what a block on defense from Jake Schindler as Donatelli almost opened up the scoring for the Blast. Now it's the Blast looking aggressive on the offensive side as Syracuse dominated the first couple of minutes. Now Baltimore getting more comfortable in this game with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball swings over to the right side, now finds its way in the middle with Peruzzi. Peruzzi looking to make a move on Tavernisi. Tavernisi stays in front, forces a bad touch, and Coughlin will just pick that ball up. Coughlin gets it over to Slavica. Ubi Parapovic, in his 7th year with the Silver Knights, he started a trend for the playoffs with this team.
Yes, he did.
Yes, as you could tell, it hasn't been all season long. Every player has had some form of blonde dye in their hair. Slavica, being one of the longest tenured players on this team, has decided that they're going to go blonde for this playoff run.
Our good friend Alan LaVenture, we're calling them the Atomic Blonde in this game. Not everyone's doing it, but most of them are doing it. I like Darren Toby's bumblebee head.
Yeah, and Canardo Forbes just has that little patch on the left side. Yeah. Definitely maintaining that composure. But there's Slav with a nice touch. He gets it over to Roberts, and he cannot finish. But Canardo Forbes swings it over to Ubi Parapovic to reset. He tries to get it over to Yelovak, and a flying kick just soars over the boards. Not really a good touch at all, and the Blast take over possession.
Yeah, it looked like Baltimore got a little bit of a break there on defense. Syracuse had numbers if they were able to find an angle, and an ill-advised bicycle kick on the far end.
With the shot is Hoxie, but what a save from Andrew Coughlin, and he gets ran over by a Baltimore attacker looking to take advantage. That was Donatelli. He now has the ball, tries to get one past Coughlin, and he can't. 2 great plays by Andrew Coughlin, and he gets it over to Nate Bordeaux. Bordeaux tries to get a touch, and he can't. Good defending right there by Dos Santos. And there's Jake Schindler. He gets a shot, then tries to head it back. But good composure by Capinos. And now the Blast look to take over. Schindler now with the ball. Over and just a bad decision. Turns the ball over, leading to a wide open shot from Vinny Dantas, his 21st goal of the season, his first of the postseason, and the Blast take a 1-0 lead.
And that was a great sequence there from Baltimore, both on offense and defense. Nate Bordeaux streaking down the left sideline, and it looked like he had an opening and a chance for a pretty clear goal. And credit the Baltimore defense for getting back on defense and knocking that ball away, and then getting back on offense and finding Vinny Dantas right in the center of the box and putting one through with no one near him.
We talked a little bit earlier in the quarter that this Baltimore defense is very stingy. They're not going to allow you to score a bunch of goals, but they take over like that. Capinos was able to get the ball, throw it over to the far left boards, and it just set up a wide open shot from Dantas. Now, Silver Knights looking to even the score up. Now 1-0 with just over 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
But Justin, it's goals like that that you need to try to avoid. The wide open goals on net, like the one Vinny Dantas just scored on in the center of the box, no one near him. If you're Syracuse, you need to avoid those, because we know that Baltimore could be a lockdown defense, and quite frankly, they will be in this one.
And that was a hustle play right there, Jonah. Of course, Nate Bordeaux had the opportunity on the right side as the shot from Bo Yelovac is easily corralled by Capinos. But no one got back on defense, and that's just a mental mistake. And you can't have that against a team as dominant as Baltimore, the two-time defending champions. They know what it takes to win in the playoffs, and getting easy shots like that is not what you want to give up, especially so early in the match. Now Nate Bordeaux looking to make a play. He gets tripped up but is able to pass it over to Canardo Forbes. Forbes gets it to Schindler, who's going to reset near midfield. 1-0 Baltimore here at the On-Center War Memorial Arena. Game 1 of round 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs for both the Silver Knights and the Baltimore Blast, two Eastern Division rivals. The two teams will play on Sunday in game number 2. Slavisi gets it over to the far right corner looking for Patrick Thompson. Thompson now looking to make a move on Mello. He gets it over to Schindler, who rockets a shot, but now corralled by Vital in the far left corner. Now Syracuse looking to get something set up. So they trail 1-0 to the Blast thanks to a goal from Vinny Dantas, a wide open goal at that. Coughlin forces it forward, looking for Tavernisi to make a play, and he is going to be called for the foul, trying to head that one away. Capinos is not happy with the call. He saw someone downfield, and now this gives Syracuse a chance to regroup on defense. Good box out from Ubi Parapovic to force the bad touch on Pereira, and now it's Coughlin with the ball looking to set something up for the Silver Knights. Coughlin gets it up to Darren Toby in the far left corner. Toby over to Yelovac, the captain of this team. He had a big game last week against the Blast. He had 3 goals and 2 assists for the Silver Knights, and that led to a 6-4 victory here at the On-Center on Sunday. Yelovac with the hard box out, and the official's going to get him for a foul. Free kick, Baltimore. 5:40 remaining in this first quarter. Vinny Dantas opened up the scoring with a wide open goal. And now the Blast lead the Silver Knights 1-0 in this playoff matchup. Schindler with it, kicks it way high. Donatelli. And Thompson takes a bad touch off his chest. And again, no one defending Vinny Dantas. His second goal of the match. And Jonah, no defense again.
Yeah, well, coming into this game, we knew exactly what Syracuse needed to do. Now, one of the reasons why Syracuse, we highlighted it in the pregame, one of the reasons why Syracuse won at home on Sunday was because there were 3 key guys that did not suit up for Baltimore on Sunday.
And one of those guys was Vinny Dantas, exactly. Man, he's been so good all season. That's his 22nd goal. And now Coach Ryan Hall needs a timeout. We're going to take a quick break right here on MASL TV. Baltimore leads Syracuse 2-0 at the On-Center War Memorial Arena. The Syracuse Silver Knights would like to thank Mitra USA for providing today's match balls. Mitra, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Mitra is a proud partner of a major arena soccer league, providing arena-specific match balls to both MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Mitra share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Mitra's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Mitra's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than in the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. And we are back here at the On-Center War Memorial Arena. Syracuse Silver Knights trail the Baltimore Blast 2-0. Thanks to 2 early goals from Vinny Dantas. And Jonah, the defense just really hasn't been good enough for Syracuse to open up this first quarter.
Yeah, and that's really been the key in this ball game. You see the 2-0 lead. It's not going to be a high-scoring game today for Syracuse. We know that Baltimore is a good. I hate to keep bringing this up again and again and again, but Baltimore, one of the best, if not the best defense in the MASL. And so knowing you're not going to score, you need to play some defense yourself, especially now that you're behind 2 goals.
And a lot of it seems like it's just matters of hustle. It looks like Syracuse had some opportunities on their side of the field, and that's what forced the Silver Knights to pressure up. But then no one's defending the Blast players who are down on the field, and they're just getting wide open looks. And Andrew Coughlin can't do anything about that. He did do something with that shot from Pereira, saving it from going upper left 90. And now the Blast reset on their side of the field.
This is what Syracuse needs to do on defense. They need to keep Baltimore out of the box. Right now, Baltimore is having a very easy time knifing its way into the box. And as a result, they're getting very easy shots, wide open shots right in front of the cage. Syracuse, they need to push outward. Keep them outside the box, outside the arch. Try to keep them outside the white line. It's not very easy to do, keeping them outside their offensive zone, but you need to keep them as far away from the net as possible. It sounds easy, but right now they're behind 2 goals.
And they're not doing that good of a job of doing just that. Baltimore team 17-5 on the season. They beat Syracuse out for the regular season Eastern Division title, and obviously getting the better of the Silver Knights early on in this. These teams played 4 times in the regular season. Each game was close, to be honest. 1-goal game in the first 3 Baltimore wins. The last 2 went to overtime, and then on Sunday, Baltimore sitting 3 of their top players, including Vinny Dantas, who has 2 goals already tonight, leading to the 6-4 Syracuse win. Slavisa with his left foot just misses the top left corner. Jake Schindler tries to kick that on the volley, and no cigar for him. Now Canardo Forbes looking to do something. Boxing out, tries to swing it over to Schindler. He does. Schindler takes a shot. He misses, and off the bounce, Ubi Parapovic misses way over the boards. A couple good chances right there from Syracuse. Just missed by inches on a couple shots.
Yeah, but the Silver Knights need to take smarter shots than that. They're not getting set. They're rushing their shots. Try to get as close to the net as possible and take smarter shots. Get settled in. Don't rush one-timers. It's not going to work.
We talked about how successful Joey Tavernisi was this entire season. The reason he was so successful is that Syracuse gets set up on offense, and he just hangs around the net and is able to just dink in some goals or just find guys cutting to the net. There's no set offense early on in this game. That's a big problem for the Silver Knights. Right there, Yelovak looking to get a header pass to Vital, and he's called for the trip on Mello. And now Baltimore will reset with 3:01 left to go in this first quarter. Taking the free kick is Healy. He tries to get it up to Hoxie, and Darren Toby will intercept that. Get it over to Andrew Coughlin, who will pass it off the boards to Vital, and another reset for Syracuse. Vital with it. Mello defending, gets it over to Canardo Forbes. Forbes passes it up to the captain, Bo Yelovak. He tries to make a move, and absolutely red right there from Healy.
That's not his strength. He's a big guy. He can overpower you. He's not going to juke you out.
Yeah, he's not someone who's really fancy with the footwork, especially when you have guys like Canardo Forbes and Joey Tavernisi who are that good. That's definitely not his strength, and he's executing his strength right now, boxing out the smaller defender, but just taking a wild shot. And Healy just rocketed that one off the boards. And now the Baltimore Blast defense is getting set up, taking advantage of the substitution by Syracuse. And now Canardo Forbes hits that one over the boards, and we'll do this again. Taking the free kick is Slavisa. That powerful left foot has scored on a couple free kicks already this season. Right now he'll just tap it over to Nate Bordeaux on the far side. Bordeaux looking to make a move. Nowhere to go. Darren Toby will collect the ball that goes off the boards. 1:50 to go in this first quarter. 2-0 Baltimore in game one of the first round of the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs. As mentioned, these two teams will play again on Sunday. For those not familiar with the Ron Newman Cup playoff rules, if each team takes a game of this two-game series, the team will play one 15-minute quarter following Sunday's matchup in Baltimore to determine the winner. But if one team wins two games, that does it for the playoff series. Baltimore obviously knows that very well. Haven't lost any playoff series over the past 2 years as they've cruised to two MASL Ron Newman Cup championships. Another foul called on the Silver Knights. Another free kick for the Baltimore Blast. Forbes pressuring Capinos, and that forces him to kick the ball just far, and it's collected by Vital. Now Jake Schindler with the ball in the box, but quickly intercepted by the Blast. Dos Santos tries to get it up to Thomas. Thomas finds Donatelli. Not a name we've said too many times today. As mentioned, the Syracuse Killer with 3 wins from the Blast, collecting 9 points. Now the ball's been played up to Hoxie. Hoxie boxing out Darren Toby. He gets over to Donatelli. That ball is stolen by Toby. And then just a wild shot from Greenfield will result in a goal kick for Andrew Coughlin.
And that's what makes Darren Toby so good and so valuable on the Syracuse defense. We had a couple of Blast players get inside the box, but Darren Toby able to use his keen vision to knock that ball away and get possession back for the Silver Knights.
Obviously the leader of this Syracuse defense, 34 blocks coming into this game, showing his defensive presence right there. Now with 15 seconds remaining in the quarter, Syracuse looks like it has one more shot on target to try and bring this game within 1 before going into the second quarter. And now Yelovak will just reset, fires a shot. It's blocked. 1.8 seconds remaining, and it looks like 2-0 will be the score going into quarter number 2. As Ben Raymond is set up with the free kick here on the near boards. Raymond hits it, and that does it for quarter number 1 here at the On Center War Memorial Arena. The Baltimore Blast, thanks to 2 goals from Vinny Dantas, lead the Syracuse Silver Knights 2-0 after 1 quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter shortly, right here on MASL TV. You're watching the Syracuse Silver Knights on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv. Quarter number 2, about 15 seconds away from starting here at the On-Center War Memorial Arena. Syracuse Silver Knights trailing the Baltimore Blast 2-0. And Jonah, just a couple defensive mishaps from Syracuse led to 2 easy goals for Vinny Dantas. Not much Andrew Coughlin could do on either of those goals. What needs to change in the second quarter?
No, a couple of defensive breakdowns in the first quarter enabled Dantas to get inside and score easy goals. Like you said, not much Andrew Coughlin could do. He's been fine. He's actually had a couple of exceptional goals in this one, but some miscues on the offensive side as well. Syracuse needs to figure it out on both sides and regroup. Also, a lot of silly penalties. Nothing really working right in that first quarter.
A lot of silly penalties, setting up a lot of set pieces for Baltimore, and they're just able to dominate possession so far in this game. But now, quarter number 2 has begun, and it's the Blast who are attacking. Dos Santos is able to kick it over to Mello. Mello plays it up the field, back to Dantas. Talked about last game, Jonah. A 6-4 Syracuse win right here on Sunday. No Vinny Dantas in that one. But some Syracuse players that we haven't really spoken of at all in this game because they haven't made much of an impact. Bo Yelovac had 5 points. Canardo Forbes and Jake Schindler each with 2 apiece. They're not really getting anything going on that side of the ball.
Well, really nobody on Syracuse has yet to find any sort of groove yet. And last game, it was Bo Yelovac, really, who was the difference in that ball game. Like you mentioned, 5 points. Syracuse only scored 6 goals. So Bo Yelovac was really the key to that ball game. He was virtually the entire offense. And, of course, Canardo Forbes and Jake Schindler both getting involved. Nobody has yet to get involved in Syracuse and figure it out just yet.
Canardo Forbes tried to get involved with a heavy strike on a far free kick, and that just sailed way over the boards into the netting. And now it's Capinos who will reset for the Blast. Toby able to get ahead on the ball. But now it's Hoxie who tries to get possession, but now it's Canardo Forbes, and he's attacking. Canardo Forbes, last year's team MVP, gets it over to the team captain, Bo Yelovac, who takes a shot, but it is blocked. And now the Blast look to have a man up. Logan Roberts hustles back on the ball and is able to intercept that pass before he was able to find Jamie Thomas, who looked like he had a wide open lane to score on Andrew Coughlin. And now a foul. This time it goes Syracuse's way, and they'll get the free kick on their side of the field, looking to get something going in a game where they haven't had much going at all. Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic swings it over to the left side of Baltimore territory. Jake Schindler corrals it, gets it back out to Canardo Forbes. Donatelli blocks the pass from Forbes, but now Forbes taking over to the left side. He gets it over to Bo Yelovac, and this Baltimore defense aggressive, a little too aggressive on that one, as the foul is called on Jamie Thomas, and it's going to be a pretty well-positioned free kick from the Silver Knights, but they'll actually call it over to the near boards, and it'll be Ubi-Parapovic with that big left foot. Let's see if he gets anything going right here. He goes for the pass over to the far side. Looks like it was intended for Yelovac, but it's Vital who corrals it at the white line. And a good job right there by Capinos to keep that ball within the box and avoid a blue card penalty that would have resulted in a free kick. And right there, Jake Schindler heads it, and it hits the scoreboard right here in the middle of the field. 12:43 remaining in this second quarter. The Baltimore Blast lead game 1 of the first round of the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs to Eastern Division rivals. They finished 1-2 in the division this season. This is the 5th time the two teams played all year. The free kick opportunity right there blocked by Ubi-Parapovic. And now attacking is Hoxie, but it'll be Coughlin who corrals it. And he'll just hold it before rolling it out to Jake Schindler. Schindler, another big part of this Silver Knights defense. He had 7 goals, 9 assists, 23 blocks. That was 3rd best on the team. behind, of course, Darren Toby and Vital, the two starting defenders for the Silver Knights team. He's technically been a part of that three-headed monster that's been usually pretty good in Silver Knights games so far this season.
Yeah, the three-headed monster, Canardo Forbes, Slavisa Ubi Parapovic, also Joey Tavernisi. All three of those guys have been absolutely phenomenal, and we've seen over the course of the season guys like Bo Yellowbach step up, Jake Schindler step up, even guys like Ben Raymond from time to time, Patrick Thompson, the younger guys, getting involved, especially later in the season. We may need to see that because none of the other guys, the three-headed monster as we refer to from time to time, and is well documented now, has gotten involved or even gotten anything going in this one.
And we talk about how historic of a season Joey Tavernisi has had. He has the ball now and just clears it up the field, but he hasn't gotten involved in any stretch of this game. I mean, when you are the franchise single-season leader in both points and assists this season, you got to do more than you're doing in this first quarter, especially in crunch time, game one of the playoffs.
Especially when game one is at your home field.
Right now, Andrew Coughlin at the Syracuse white line clears it up to the captain, Bo Yellowbach. Yellowbach being fought off, and a shot right there from Canardo Forbes, wide right. Off the boards, and now it's Ubi Parapovic. He gets it over to Jake Schindler. And the Silver Knights will regroup with 10:45 remaining in the second quarter.
I will say, Justin, though, it's interesting talking about the playoffs and the fact that Syracuse plays game one at home, even though they're the lower seed. I think that's fascinating because usually you think the higher seed gets the first home game. Not the case in the MASL.
Well, with the way the playoffs work, Jonah, let's say each team does pick up a game.
Yeah.
That means that overtime period right there, a shot from Jake Schindler deflected. But if you have to go into that one quarter overtime to kind of decide who takes the series, you kind of need it to be at home.
Yeah, exactly. But you figure the first team and the home team has the upper hand because they're playing at home. They have all the momentum going in their favor. But on the flip side, well, if the away team gets the first game, then they go back home for the second game and a chance to just sweep it in two.
I agree with you, Jonah. I think it's to Syracuse's benefit that they
Well,
get to play
in
this
theory,
home game.
in theory, it should be.
And it's not showing early on, as they just had another good-looking shot, but that's Darren Toby, another deflection. And it will be a free kick coming. That ball will sail over the near boards, and Baltimore will take possession with 9:53 remaining in the half. Now with it is Donatelli. He swings it over across the field, intended for Dos Santos, but it's intercepted. Now Canardo Forbes attacking, but it's a one-on-two. No Syracuse Silver Knights with him, and that leads to an easy interception for the Blast. And now it's Hoxie with the ball, looking to make a play. He rockets a shot. Another block from Darren Toby. And now it's Forbes, plays it up near the boards, by the near boards, and it's Bordeaux who gets hit. And it'll be another free kick for Syracuse as Peruzzi goes down for the Blast. Not sure what happened. It looked like Peruzzi actually hit Bordeaux from behind, but now he is the one who's down. And it's the official who helps him get up. And it looks like he'll stay in this game. Stick with us here at halftime at MASL.TV, because at halftime we'll have a special interview. Soccer Sam will be speaking with Baltimore Blast owner Ed Hale. So definitely stay with us here at halftime. Bo Yellowbach in the near left corner, attacking. Now Baltimore regroups. Vital will take a shot way wide, but Canardo Forbes will collect the ball off the boards. And he tries to pass to the right corner. No one's there as Bordeaux seemingly ran away from it. But now he'll collect the ball, deflected by the official. But Vital able to get it to Schindler as Syracuse looks to set up something on offense. Schindler being defended by Hoxie, gets it to Vital. Now Patrick Thompson with it. approaching the white line. Thompson looking to make a move, and he can't. Just poked away by Dantas. And now, here comes the blast. Tripped up for the blast is Rayleigh by Slavica Ubi-Parapovic, the franchise leader in points for this Syracuse team. And now the blast will get a free kick from the white line. Looking to take the kick is Dos Santos for the blast. Dos Santos so far this season, 7 goals, 14 assists, and 16 blocks. That pass right there deflected by Vital. And as Tavernisi looked to get something going on the near boards, he's tripped up, and it'll be another free kick for the Silver Knights. Tavernisi, one of the players on this team not to dye his hair blonde at all in this game. Donatelli gets it up to Dantas. Dantas takes a shot and was a couple inches away from getting a hat trick early on in this second quarter, might I say. Now Mello able to get it to Healy. Healy plays it up to Dantas. He gets it to the boards, but it's Thompson who kicks it to Greenfield. Not the gray jersey he was hoping to get it to, but it finds red. And now with the ball is the blast. Shot deflected by Slavica Ubi-Parapovic. That was Hontas and Mello with the shot, looking for goal number 12 of the year right there. But a good deflection by the veteran, send that ball to the boards, and now there will be a timeout on the field. 2-0 Baltimore here at the On Center War Memorial Arena in Game 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Stick with us on MASL.TV. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Action has resumed here at the On Center War Memorial Arena as a failed free kick opportunity for the Blast results now in what looks like a Syracuse attack. The Blast lead the Silver Knights 2-0 in Game 1 of the MASL playoffs. First playoff game for both teams, Eastern Division rivals. The first of 2 between the Eastern foes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Syracuse does here on offense, because right now this would be a great opportunity for them to capitalize, cut the deficit in half, and head into the locker room. There's still a lot of time left, but try to go into the locker room with some momentum. Right now, they haven't been able to find anything in this ballgame.
A lot of what's happening in this game, Jonah, when they get these opportunities, they're taking wild shots, and they had an opportunity right there. Bo Yelovac just couldn't get his foot on the ball.
Yeah.
Good defense right there from the Blast to prevent him from doing so.
Yeah, good feed by Logan Roberts in the corner, finding Bo Yelovak. It was a good try and a good idea, just unable to capitalize, and that's been the story of the game for Syracuse.
And now, that was probably the best opportunity Syracuse has had all game. That wasn't a shot from 50 feet away. And right there, a great pass from Jamie Thomas, his second assist of the year. And that finds Hoxie for his 17th goal of the year. And now the Blast are up 3-0 on the Silver Knights with 6:10 remaining in the first half.
And how about that? Baltimore taking a page right out of Ryan Hall's playbook. Exactly what Logan Roberts was trying to do in the corner to find Bo Yelovak. Just 30 seconds ago, Baltimore able to do it.
And we talk about how not fluid this Syracuse offense looks early on in this game.
Yeah.
Baltimore is anything but that. A team that doesn't really score a lot of goals, only averages 6.5 per game, already off to a 3-0 start. That's exactly how they like it.
Kind of like in the Super Bowl where Tom Brady couldn't catch that pass, but then Nick Foles actually caught that pass.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
A little bit of the same right there.
Kind of like a little taste of your own medicine, if you will.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you just compared Bo Yelovak to Tom Brady.
Not a bad guy to be compared to, and the Silver Knights not a bad team to be compared to if you're the New England Patriots.
Well,
I guess vice versa in that respect.
3-0 isn't necessarily 28-3, but Syracuse is definitely going to have to overcome this deficit if they want a shot in this playoff series. Of course, the next game is at SCCU Arena in Baltimore on Sunday. And of course, Syracuse being the second place team in the Eastern Division, as a fan, tries to throw the ball over the netting, but instead gets it caught up. And now the maintenance man with the broom, doing a great job of getting that ball down, but play does resume at the Baltimore side of the field.
One of the great traditions here at the On-Center War Memorial Arena, you send the ball back, very Wrigley Field-esque.
Yeah, that's right, Jonah. It's not necessarily home runs, but those dead balls, you got to get them out of there. No souvenirs for anyone. And now with the ball is the big Bo Yelovak. He does a heel kick over to Canardo Forbes. That results in a sky-high kick. That's touched by Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic. And now Silver Knights look to get something going. Canardo Forbes gets it over to Yelovak. Yelovak swings it across the field to Darren Toby. And now it's Vital. Vital gets it over to Toby. Toby looking back to Vital, but deflected by Hoxie. And now Forbes getting the offense set up with just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. And now at the midfield line, it's Slavisa. Slavisa uses that left foot to get it to the right corner to Joey Tavernisi. And he's just getting overpowered all game long, not able to get any sense of control. And he touches the ball with his hand right there, just a missed call by the official. But now that results in another Syracuse possession.
Yeah, that was a good break there for Syracuse. Off the deflection, lands right into the lap of Domenico Vitali.
And if only they could take advantage of that opportunity, it results in what is another reset for the Silver Knights. And Tavernisi looks to pass that one off the board to Raymond, and it looks like Raymond would have had an opportunity, but that was because Tavernisi committed the foul, and it resulted in a wide open lane.
Again, the silly fouls, the silly penalties, it's been hurting Syracuse all game long.
We're going to have to consult our statistician, but several fouls so far in this first half for Syracuse, and it's cost them. That was a pretty good opportunity. You're deep in Baltimore territory, and Ben Raymond had an opportunity to hit that ball past Capinos, and he just didn't do so. Taking the free kick is Bordeaux. He bypasses it, and now here comes Forbes. Forbes passes it over to Yelovak, who looks like he was trying to take a shot, and it almost hits the TV past the netting in the far right corner of the on-center. Capinos makes the throw downfield, looking to find Nelson Santana, a name we haven't said too many times today. He'll commit the foul, however, and that sets in a Bordeaux pass. It's Patrick Thompson on the free kick. Thompson looking for Yelovak. Yelovak using his size to box out the smaller Blast defender. Looking to create a play, gets a heel kick over to Toby, and that's a bad penalty. Let's see if a blue card comes out. There won't be, and Santana just slid right at the back of the legs of Darren Toby. He couldn't get anything going. A break right there from Baltimore. That looked like a bad penalty, Jonah, that could have set up a power play, but luckily for them, it's going to stay at even strength.
I kind of like the more hands-off approach from the officials, though, if I'm being honest.
Toby tries to pass it off the boards to Raymond. He can't get there before the Blast defender does. And here comes Dos Santos. Going up the near side boards, he gets it back to Mello, and the Blast will reset. 3:20 to go now in this first half. The Blast lead 3-0 thanks to a couple goals from Vinny Dantas and one from Hoxie. Right there, another opportunity shot. Santos tried to head that one over Coughlin, and he can't. And then Coughlin just clears that ball and hits the ceiling here at the on-center War Memorial Arena.
That was a moon shot.
It nearly did hit the moon, Jonah. Now there's a light flickering, causing commotion, and Baltimore is arguing for a defensive clearance call, and it looks like they'll get it, and that'll result in a top-of-the-arc shot for the Blast.
That's one of those reasons why indoor soccer is just such an exciting sport to watch. The Syracuse Crunch also plays in this arena, but that doesn't happen in a hockey game.
No, it doesn't, Jonah. Pucks usually don't get that high, but as we mentioned before, the official game ball of the MASL, Mitra, 30% reduced bounce to make it more efficient in arena soccer. Exactly. We're going to take a timeout right here at MASL.TV. 3:08 to go in this first half. The Baltimore Blast lead the Syracuse Silver Knights 3-0. Stay with us for the conclusion of this first half. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half, but you're going to want to stick with us here at halftime. We'll have a special interview with Soccer Sam. He will be speaking to the Baltimore Blast owner Ed Hale. Stick with us right here at MASL TV at halftime for that, as the Blast take a free top-of-the-arc shot. It's Donatelli, but that ball is deflected by the Silver Knights wall. And a missed opportunity right there for the Blast. Now looking to create another opportunity. Right there, good hit from Jamie Thomas, but wide right. Here comes Nate Bordeaux. Bordeaux looks to have something going. He finds Patrick Thompson, who takes a shot and a save from Capinos. And that was the best opportunity of the night right there from Syracuse. A 2-on-1, a great pass from Nate Bordeaux. Patrick Thompson looks like he rushed the shot just a little bit.
Just a tad, but he wasn't going to get a much better shot than that. Just a great save in net.
And a great save it was. He was looking for that bottom left corner. Capinos put it all on the line. The backup goalie for this Blast team. He is the backup to William Vanzella, one of the top goalies in all of the MASL. Right here, Canardo Forbes, he has an opportunity. Another save from Capinos. And now with the ball, Canardo Forbes in that left corner. Syracuse looking like they're attacking for the first time really today. But here comes the Blast. Mello. Good defense right there from Logan Roberts. Only his 11th game played all season, but made an impact right there. Looks like he saved a pretty open shot right there for the Blast. And now it's the Silver Knights who looked like they were threatening, but a good steal right there from Hoxie. And Hoxie is able to get it over to Peruzzi. And now we're back at the slow pace we were pretty much all game long. A couple exciting opportunities right there from the Silver Knights. A couple of great saves made by Joey Capinos. Minute 15 left to go in this first half. Syracuse, I think, desperately needs to get one goal in between the pipes going into this second half, but now it's the Blast threatening. The shot right there from Mike Diesel, around by Andrew Coughlin.
I was going to say, if nothing else, if Syracuse can't score, if nothing else, they need to prevent the Blast from scoring, sir.
Absolutely, Jonah. You do not want to fall into a 4-0 hole in the playoffs at any point. It doesn't matter that they're in the on-center War Memorial Arena. The Silver Knights need to keep this game close. And a couple opportunities from each side within the last couple of minutes. Definitely need to be a little bit more cautious on the defensive end here. But now, looks like they have an opportunity to threaten on offense. It's Ubi Parapovic with the ball. Fakes a kick and now just dribbles it out. Forbes tries to play it up to Yelovak. Nothing going. The big man couldn't box out the Blast defender. Now Baltimore will take control. Playing the ball up with the Blast. It's intercepted. Now with is Canardo Forbes threatening down the left sideline. 15 seconds to go in this first half. He finds Bo Yelovak on the right side. Tries to get something going, but a block from Healy. Yelovak still with it. 10 seconds remaining. He takes another shot right at Capinos, who looks like he will just hold the ball, and that will do it for the first half of game one of round one of the MASL playoffs between the Blast and Syracuse. Jonah, a poor defensive effort from the Silver Knights early in the first quarter, and then at the beginning of the second quarter, they started to find it a little bit better at the end of the second quarter. They threatened a couple times on offense. The defense looked a lot more stout, as they did all season long. But now, going into the second half, they have to overcome a 3-0 deficit.
Yeah, and we were singing the praises of Baltimore's defense early in the game, and listen, they showed up on the road. 3-0. Syracuse, a big hole to climb out of. In the sport of indoor soccer, this is a game of runs. So they could absolutely do it. It's going to be awfully difficult, though, against this Baltimore defense.
Especially against the two-time defending MASL champions. Baltimore Blast know how to play in the playoffs, and they're showing it on the road right here. We're going to take a break, but stay with us at halftime. We have Soccer Sam, who will be speaking with Baltimore Blast owner Ed Hale right here on MASL TV. Baltimore leads Syracuse 3-0 in round one of this playoffs.
pretty sure that he will let us know because this is kind of on all the time. So I've turned a lot of the audio off. So once they say okay and everything's working, then I'll turn it back on and then you can start as much time as they'll all prep over there. So as soon as Justin lets us know that it's all good, we can get going.
Are they going to have the cameras going off?
I don't believe so. But I can text Alan and see. I mean, I can take photos and videos as well. So if you like. Have you heard anything yet? No? Can you see if they're live? So I'm gonna turn it back up. And then yep, whenever I turn it up.
All right, we're live here in Syracuse, New York. We have taken over the booth. We have Mr. Hale. We're going to do this throughout the playoffs. We are going to come to your city and invade your press box and take over your broadcast. We're not sure if the video's on us, Mr. Hale. You know why, though?
Yeah, because we're so handsome.
Yeah, the divorce rate will go up 5 or 6%, obviously. But, Mr. Hale, you are the winningest owner in the history of this game. 8 championships. You've been doing this thing since 1988. You've kept this game alive, indoor, arena, whatever you want to call it. How does it feel now to be part of probably the best era of indoor soccer, the MASL? This is amazing what's gone on in the last few years.
Well, things have, it never loses its luster. I enjoy doing this so much. Getting to the playoffs is what we all want to do. The players, coaches, staff, everybody wants to, and our fans more than anybody else. There's a bunch of them here tonight, too. So it never gets old. I really, really like it. Well, we originally played you when I met you. That was fun beating you up there.
Well, Mr. Hale, right now your team's up 3-0, game 1 of this series. Obviously, game 2 is in Baltimore. You are concerned about the fans in Baltimore, the weather conditions. I mean, you wanted to do a shout-out to the fans you were telling me about.
I can say that our fan support's been unbelievable in Baltimore since we moved to Towson University, CQ Arena. The weather's going to be nice. We've got a few tickets left over. We hope to sell it out. It's going to be very good. It's on a Sunday afternoon, this coming Sunday at 5 o'clock. Here, this is unfortunate. They're playing on a Thursday night. It's very difficult to play a game on a school night in any town, especially here.
Right. So, I mean, 5 o'clock Sunday. If you're anywhere in Baltimore, I know a lot of people have experienced with their power being out for a while because of the storm. I mean, my power goes out every couple months because I don't pay the bill. But I know how it feels.
You talk about electricity or something else?
All kinds of the power to my brain. But so we want all you fans to come out to Baltimore Sunday, 5 o'clock. It's going to be a party. I'm going to be there. I love to meet all the Baltimore fans there. And Mr. Hale and I, we plan to do this throughout the playoffs. If Baltimore, I know you're saying Baltimore will, but if Baltimore...
No. I don't say that. This is a tough out here. We're going to play all the way through. If we could do it, I'd love to see you in the next game in Baltimore, of course. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of good games now. There's a lot of parity in our league.
The league is on fire. The Major Arena Soccer League. 2 hours of nonstop action, every city in America. You got to come out to Baltimore. All you Baltimore fans that are listening right now, you probably can't see us again because of the divorce rate. We're worried about it. But if you're listening, Sunday, 5 o'clock, come out, see Mr. Hale, myself. And Mr. Hale, your mom, she's 91 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't miss a game.
No, she never misses. She never misses, and she's getting a little depressed that the season's coming to an end. But she'll be there. She's looking forward to seeing you. Plus, your fans in Rochester are looking forward to seeing you come back and get in our league, too.
Yeah, we're hoping to bring a team back, the indoor team back to Rochester, an indoor-type team back to Rochester. We're looking for that. I can't wait to come to Baltimore Sunday. It's some of the best. I mean, Syracuse and Baltimore are my 2 favorite teams. I'm near both of them. I'm an hour away by playing to Baltimore.
Didn't you say that about Milwaukee?
I don't, because it's so close to me. Syracuse is an hour away by drive. You guys are an hour away by plane. So those are my 2 favorite teams. Obviously, you're my good friend. Tommy Tanner's my good friend. So these are my teams. But we plan to come to every city throughout the MASL, throughout these playoffs, and take over your broadcast. And maybe we'll get some video time next time, Mr. Hale.
There you go. That'd be fun.
It would be fun. No,
After all, we are very handsome.
Look at you, though, man. You're beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But
no, you're a beauty.
I used to be a model, you know. I was a before model.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a hand model for a little while. But here's the deal. the Major Arena Soccer League, you got games tonight, you got games this weekend. You got to go to MASL Soccer. You're watching this right now on MASsoccer.com. You got to support the teams in your city. Whatever city you're from, get a season ticket, support that team, go out, and especially Sunday. If you're in the Baltimore area, the Orioles aren't playing right now, right?
No.
The Colts still there? Are the Colts around?
The Ravens are gone. Everybody's gone. We're here. By the way, there's some good games on tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
Very good games out in the rest of the league. Real good games.
Later on, there'll be a couple more games, and I can't wait to see that. But if you're out in the Baltimore area, this is your team, the Baltimore Blast, 8-time champions. Come out Sunday, and you Syracuse fans, you got to take a ride out. It's a 4-hour drive to Baltimore for Game 2 and maybe Game 3, and an hour flight. At Southwest, it's an hour away to Baltimore. Come out Sunday, support this great team. Kevin Healy, Mikey, they're working so hard in your office.
They are. Danny Kelly's done a good job. Our team is ready to play tonight. We're playing pretty tough, but we never give up, not till the very end, and neither does Syracuse. It's going to be a tough second half.
Both great teams. Now, Mr. Hale, your fan base is very similar to the Syracuse fan base. Fans everywhere wearing the Baltimore Blast stuff. I mean, that's got to make you feel good that these fans, you went from this downtown arena, you went to a game in Mexico, and you got this vision. You think that the game should be played in a smaller surface.
Yes, I think that, it's a much quicker game. It's a lot of fun, a lot of skill, one touch, and I think that may be the wave of the future. But we'll see. We have 1 year under our belt, and I think we can do better next year even.
And you're happy with the move from downtown?
Very, very much. Yep, we're closer to our audience. It's a beautiful new arena. Our old arena, we had a lot of good memories there, but it's old.
Right.
Like me.
And the new ones, but it's at a college. I've never been to a college, obviously, so I'm a little nervous about showing up at a college facility. But
we'll get you in, Sam.
So, Mr. Hale, this year you've had some injuries. You got two, in my opinion, two of the best goalkeepers in the league, William Vanzella and Joey Capinos. William's out. You think he's going to make it back for the playoffs?
Well, he was touch and go about coming here tonight. May give it a go next Sunday, but we'll see. We're not going to play him hurt. Joey's doing a good job for us. We're happy to have him. It was one of the great moves to get him in here. Love his family. His brother and his father were sitting with us. I just think they're great people, and we're happy to have Joey come in here. I met him when he used to be your goalie.
Yeah, definitely. And tonight, right now, the first half of the game, he's the player of the game. He made like 3 spectacular saves.
He did.
So, I mean, you're blessed with having these two great keepers. Vanzella goes down, Capino shows up out of nowhere, keeps the Blast into the playoffs, and your team with Danny Kelly. I mean, I saw something on Facebook not too long ago about some of the best coaches of all time. Look you can put Danny Kelly in the top 2 or 3 of all time. This guy, year after year, no matter injuries or players leave and players retiring, you guys are in it.
Yes, Danny really keeps them together, keeps them motivated, keeps the fundamentals, 5 guys behind the ball, playing good defense and counterattacking. That's our game. It's no big secret.
And Kevin Healy, Danny Kelly, that chemistry between those two is amazing. Tommy Tanner, Doug Taylor, the guys that own this Syracuse team, they are honored that you're here tonight, Mr. Hale. I mean, you don't realize it because you're kind of like
I don't know about that.
No, but you're like look, you're the enemy tonight because they're playing against you. But you've been in this thing since 1988. It's the toughest business in the world, and you've figured out a way, league after league, year after year, to keep this thing alive. And now for the last several years, the Major Arena Soccer League, you kind of helped structure this, bringing in Joshua Schaub with the rest of the guys in the league. It's an amazing.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. We came very close to not being able to play this year because of the arena downtown and our dealings with them. But we did it. We're out. We're out there playing in Towson, and I think people are going to really like. When you come to see it, I think you and your family are going to love it.
2-time back-to-back champions of Baltimore Blast. Will it be 3 this year? We're going to find out soon. Sunday, 5 o'clock, all you Baltimore fans, if you're anywhere from a 4-hour drive from Baltimore, you're an hour, 5-hour flight like me, I'm taking my 72 Pinto to Baltimore, and we're going to get there, and we're going to support both teams, and we'll see who goes on. But Mr. Hale, if you guys go on, we're following you no matter where it is. If it's Mexico, wherever it is, we're coming.
It'll be fun if it does end up in Mexico. The people down there are very good owners, and I'll tell you what, the total atmosphere in those places are unbelievable. I love it.
You know, we're in trouble right now. Tommy Tanner, the owner of the Syracuse. Oh,
We're
he's
saying
here.
nice things about you, Tommy.
Tommy Tanner. Tommy, it's just amazing what you guys have done this year. Both teams, Syracuse and Baltimore, keeping this baby going, and this is amazing rivalry.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Ed. And listen, all the Baltimore fans, you know, we got one more half to go. Make sure you're all out there on Sunday at the game to support the Blast. And we got a bunch of Silver Knights fans coming up there, so we're excited for a second half, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, Tommy Tanner, Ed Hale, thank you so much.
Okay,
we'll be
thank
back
you.
here next. Second half starts within seconds, third quarter, if you will, in seconds, Mr. Hale.
Well, thank you very much. Nice being with you, Sam. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
I can't wait.
Okay, man.
Back here at the On Center, War Memorial Arena in Syracuse. The Baltimore Blast, the visiting team, leading the Syracuse Silver Knights 3-0 here in the first game of the first round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Alongside Justin Pora, I'm Jonah Karp, getting ready to start the second half of action. 15 minutes on the clock. It was Dantas scoring twice in the first half for Baltimore, Hoxie scoring once, and Justin, Syracuse is now down 3.
Well, Jonah, they've just played really sloppily early on in this game. I would say for the first quarter and a half of the first half, they didn't really get anything going offensively, and the defense was just plain out lazy. We saw at the end of that second quarter, they really started to threaten and get some good shots on Capinos, but now they have to do a lot more of that to overcome this 3-0 deficit.
Right now, Donatelli with the ball right around the Dave & Buster's logo, giving it off to Healy on the near side. Baltimore was scoring fast and early. It was really Dantas getting things going in the first quarter, and then it was Hoxie in the second quarter. That's the entire offense in this game. Baltimore resets to the Dave & Buster's logo.
And Jonah, you mentioned how important Dantas was in that first quarter, getting 2 practically wide open goals, but that's how important he is. When he didn't play on Sunday, when these two teams concluded their regular seasons, Baltimore lost for the first time to the Silver Knights team.
Bordeaux gets some space across the left sideline. Closing in quickly come the Baltimore Blast defense. Tracking it down in the near corner is Bo Yelovac.
Good look right there for Bordeaux, just didn't hit it hard enough, honestly.
Syracuse regains control. Ben Raymond getting the ball back for Syracuse. Now Nate Bordeaux with control. And it's taken away promptly by Baltimore and picked right back by Jake Schindler. So the team's trading possessions right around midfield. And there's about 13 and a half to go in quarter number 3. Conardo Forbes with possession. Sending it across to Slavica Ubi-Parapovic. Gets it there. Toby, he shoots just wide left of the net. Ben Raymond controlling inside the box, and the Blast get it back. Here's Mello, dispossessed by Slav. He gets it inside, and it's taken away once again by Baltimore. Here comes Conardo Forbes looking to spin. Double team coming on.
This is the most exciting sequence of the game by far so for Syracuse, Jonah.
Slav missing far left, but Darren Toby regains for Syracuse, looking to slow down the tempo.
A couple of really good opportunities. Darren Toby, Slavisa each had really good opportunities with shots on net, but just couldn't get it past Capinos.
And it bounces right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Capinos. Blast leading 3-0, 12.5 to go in the third quarter. Forbes looking to track it down, but it's Baltimore with control, and they have some space on the far side, and it's blocked in the center of the box by Vitali, tracked down by Forbes on the right sideline.
A rare poor touch by Dantas. It looked like the Blast had an opportunity to make this 4-0.
And Dantas gets the ball back, giving it off to Mello. And Mello gives it off to Greenfield on the left sideline. Top of the arch, a shot and a goal. "12 minutes and 3 seconds left. Baltimore opens up a 4-0 lead.
That was only Greenfield's second goal of the season, and probably the more important one. That just made it 4-0, and that was crushing to a Syracuse team that really looked good on the offensive side to open up this half.
Greenfield played in just 11 games this season. Just 1 goal in the regular season. Now he has a goal in game 1 of the playoffs. And Syracuse digging themselves a deep hole. No momentum in their favor. A 4-0 Baltimore lead. Under 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. Slavisa Ubi Parpovic looking to find Patrick Thompson right sideline. Good tight defense from Donatelli. Double team now coming on from Diesel. And Thompson gives it off to Darren Toby.
That's the strength of this Baltimore team. They like to pressure you on the ball most of the time with 2 defenders, and that just causes bad mistakes.
Toby circles in. Double team coming on once again from Baltimore. Baltimore doing a great job of keeping Syracuse out of the box. Pass inside, trying to find Yellowback, a shot just high of the net. Patrick Thompson looking to put one in and get Syracuse on the board, but to no avail. But Darren Toby gets it back and sets up shop on the offense, giving it off to Bo Yelovac. Back up top, Slavisa Ubi Parpovic, approaching 11 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Slav's such a threat everywhere on the field. You have to close out on him at all times.
Bernardo Forbes dispossessed by Donatelli. The two fighting for it in the corner. Donatelli comes up with it briefly, and it's going in the favor of the Baltimore Blast.
And Joni, you mentioned earlier that the refs were kind of letting them lay out stuff like that, not giving a blue card to the slide by Hoxie in the second quarter. Right there, I think that could have been a no call. It seemed like both players were equally aggressive, and they just wound up calling it on Forbes.
Jake Schindler got the ball back briefly for Syracuse, and the Silver Knights to control, moving from left to right. 4-0 the Blast lead, approaching 10.5 to go in the third quarter. Here comes Vitali. Vitali shoots just high of the net. Forbes tracks it down into the left corner. Double team coming on. Here comes Vitali. Resets for Syracuse around the white line, under 10.5 to go in the third quarter.
Syracuse doing a good job of controlling possession in this third quarter.
6 shots on goal for Baltimore, 4 shots on goal for Syracuse. Darren Toby playing it toward the Dave & Buster's logo. Toby, the oldest player on this Syracuse team, 36 years old. He provides leadership and he provides tight defense, looking to get something going on offense, though.
And he's also tied for one of the longest tenured players, along with Bernardo Forbes and Slavisa Ubi Parpovic. Been here all 7 years of the franchise's history.
7 years this franchise has seen, 4 years in the playoffs, this year included. Here's Tavernisi, dispossessed off the boards and back in the possession of the Baltimore Blast. Good job by Patrick Thompson getting it back for Syracuse. Joey Tavernisi back to Darren Toby, and it's up top to Vitali. Under 9.5 to go in the third quarter.
I know Baltimore has a goal already in this half, but they look a lot less comfortable on the offensive side of the ball early out.
Vitali sends it back to Andrew Coughlin, playing well out of his goal. Approaching 9 minutes to go. Coughlin now crossing the timeline. Bo Yelovac inside the box. Ben Raymond tracks it down just wide right. Yelovak gets it back and sends it to Slavica Ubi-Parapovic, who controls for Syracuse. Left-footed shot, just wide right of the net. And Baltimore gets it back, but sends it right back to Andrew Coughlin.
Again,
And Syracuse takes control.
More good opportunities for Syracuse. It's just a matter of inches, Jonah. They're getting close on a lot of these rocket shots, just not getting them to go through.
But it seems like they're getting closer and closer, Justin. But close is only good in horseshoes, as the saying goes.
And hand grenades.
And hand
Don't
grenades.
forget
you're right.
hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. But it's a 4-0 lead. Close isn't going to cut it. Under 8.5 to go in the third quarter. Joey Tavernisi tracks it down. Inside the box, stolen away by Hoxie. But Forbes tracks it down.
Read
near
like
midfield.
an absolute book, that pass from Joey Tavernisi. Ben Raymond was cutting right down the middle of the field. Just a good deflection by Hoxie.
Tight defense on Toby from Mello. Syracuse looking to get on the board for the first time today. Ben Raymond, no call there. Hoxie falls to the ground. Raymond plays it off the boards to himself. A block inside the box. Hoxie looking to track it down and sails out of bounds. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's going in the direction of Syracuse. Just a second off the clock. Some argument from Healy. And now the officials are saying it's going in the direction of Baltimore. Some confusion on the field, but it looks like the officials are going to converge and converse.
I think, Jonah, it's the under 8-minute timeout.
That could be it.
And it looks like that's why each team is going back to the benches, and that's why the free kick didn't count.
Okay, so with 7 minutes and 49 seconds to go, both teams will take a timeout. Blast leading 4-0 here in the on-center War Memorial Arena. We'll step aside and come right back. You're watching MASL TV. The MASL and the Mitra share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Mitra's Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Mitra's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball, and it has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. You're watching the Syracuse Silver Knights on MASL TV. You can catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. The Baltimore Blast to get control, moving from right to left. 7 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Baltimore on top 4-0 over the Syracuse Silver Knights here in game one of round one of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Say that 5 times fast, Justin.
I can't, so I'm not even going to try.
Syracuse gets the ball back to Andrew Coughlin, plays it to Vitale. And Syracuse just playing pitch and catch in their defensive zone, under 7.5 to go. Double team closing in on Vitale. Bernardo Forbes looking to track it down off the boards. Forbes gets into the offensive zone, the shot just wide right off the deflection. Vitale sails into the arms of Capinos, and it's back to Baltimore. Here's Mello, a shot and a goal. Well, it's a 5-0 Blast lead now with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the on-center War Memorial Arena. Justin, another open opportunity for another Blast player.
And it's just they're beating them on the fast break. No one is getting back on defense for the Syracuse team. Yes, they've been threatening a lot this quarter, but they haven't gotten any goals. You have to wonder how much more time this team has to overcome what is now a 5-goal deficit. And they need this win, Jonah. Baltimore has not lost at home once this season. If they want to advance in these playoffs, it's going to have to start here at the On-Center War Memorial.
Mello, the 4th different Blast player to score in this one. Coming into the day, in the regular season, had 11 goals on the season, 13 assists on the year, combined for 24 points. That was among the team leaders. 5-0, the Blast leads Syracuse. Yelovak looking to shake off Healy. Toby cutting inside and pouncing on the ball. A good save by Capinos, getting it back for the Blast.
And if Capinos bounced half a second later, Bo Yelovak was sending that ball in between the pipes.
A scrum for the ball on the right sideline. Forbes gets it back with a high kick, and he's thrown to the ground as a whistle blows. Pereira with arms in the air in disbelief, and he's going to be handed a blue card. 2 blue cards now out on the field. And it's Pereira in the box.
And we talked about how much more time Syracuse has to make a dent in this deficit. Jonah, it has to start here on the power play.
6 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Blast on top of the Knights, 5-0. 2 minutes on the penalty. And for Syracuse, this is a must-capitalize opportunity, these 2 minutes here.
Absolute must, Jonah, and it's going to start right here with Canardo Forbes. You wonder what role Andrew Coughlin's going to play in this. Maybe, Jonah, you're down 5-0 halfway through the third quarter. You might have to think about a 6th attacker to go 6-on-4, because as of right now, I don't know if only one extra man is going to do it for Syracuse against this Baltimore defense. In fact, though, there's 2 players in the box, but that's just because there's 2 players in the box. There's still 4 Blast defenders. Confusing.
Well, Syracuse hasn't been able to get the job done today with the 5-on-5. Let's say if they can do it. With the power play opportunity, Syracuse this season just 35% on the power play. Nate Bordeaux, an open shot. He can't connect. Bordeaux looking to get it back, and it's taken promptly back by Baltimore. Forbes looking to track it down on the near boards, and he does. Just about 15 seconds gone by in the power play. On the penalty kill this season, Baltimore Blast a nice season, 69%.
That's very nice, Jonah.
Darren Toby, top of the arch. Nate Bordeaux, back up top, Canardo Forbes, sending it back to Nate Bordeaux in the corner, playing pitch and catch. The name of the game with an extra man up is pass the ball around, look for that extra space. Canardo Forbes directing traffic from the top of the white line, and it sails out of bounds. Last touch by Baltimore.
Blast, as they've done all season long, doing a very nice job on the penalty kill. They just seem to just make Syracuse not take advantage of that space that they try to create with these passes. They make them feel as small as they are in numbers.
5.5 to go in the third quarter. Approaching a minute left on the power play opportunity. Joey Tavernisi to Darren Toby, top of the arch. Nate Bordeaux into the corner. Looking to find Darren Toby. Plays it back to Bordeaux, who heads it away looking for Forbes, and it's taken away by Baltimore, but Forbes gets it back. 50 seconds left on the power play opportunity. Syracuse down 5-0. Bordeaux across the way to Slavica Ubi-Parapovic. All-time points leader in Syracuse history gets it back to Bordeaux. Played inside the box, a whistle blown into the arms of Capinos.
Jonah, I understand
Syracuse
passing
will
it
get it.
around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Baltimore will get the ball back. Go ahead, Justin.
I understand trying to pass it around to get the best possible shot, but now 36 seconds left on the power play. You do not want this to be a missed opportunity.
30 seconds left on the power play opportunity. Syracuse gets the ball. Canardo Forbes takes it back into the offensive midfield to Nate Bordeaux. Forbes, Darren Toby, Bordeaux, back to Forbes. 4:40 left in quarter number 3. Slavica Ubi-Parapovic looking to get it inside. Bordeaux, a high shot. 17 seconds left on the power play opportunity. 17 seconds left before it's a 5-on-5.
Really disappointing sequence right there for Syracuse. It looks like that will be their only chance to really score on this power play, and now it's going to get back to even strength, and it looks like it's going to get back to more Baltimore domination here on the pitch.
Just 8 seconds left on the power play opportunity, under 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Slavica Ubi-Parapovic tracks it down in the corner. Back up top to Forbes, now back to even strength, 5-on-5. Slavica into the box, shot blocked away by Capinos. Toby tracks it down, and it's promptly taken away once again by Baltimore. Another shot and a goal! Jelovac puts it in. And the Serbian gets the Silver Knights on the board for the first time today. The Baltimore Blast lead the Syracuse Silver Knights 5-1 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 3.
Cannot stress how big that goal was both for the Syracuse Silver Knights and Bo Jelovac individually. A hat trick against this team on Sunday. Now he's starting to get going, the captain for the Silver Knights team. Hopefully that sparks something within this unit to cut down this deficit.
Bo Jelovac had a career year. 13 goals on the season to go along with 13 assists, both career highs. 26 points in total. Syracuse gets the ball back. Let's look to see if they can build some momentum here. Under 4 minutes to go, a shot just wide left.
He's feeling a shot now, Jonah.
Vitale tracks it down with the double team coming on. And Coughlin gets it back for Syracuse. Played to Patrick Thompson, back toward the center. Jake Schindler back to Thompson, streaking down the right sideline, looking for an angle against Donatelli. Bordeaux. Back to Raymond. Under 3.5 to go. Syracuse jostling for position inside the offensive zone. Unable to find an angle. That's really been one of the big stories in today's ballgame.
Syracuse has been dominating possession the entire quarter so far, but they're still losing.
Ben Raymond looking to get inside. A good job boxing out by the Baltimore defense. Ben Raymond gets the ball back on the right sideline. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. A 5-1 Baltimore lead. Jelovac inside. He was looking for Patrick Thompson there, but Jelovac tracks it down on the right sideline. 8 shots on goal for Syracuse, 7 shots on goal for Baltimore. That one deflects out of bounds.
Just got to start hitting these shots. Jelovac finally got one a couple minutes ago, but now they need more. They're out shooting Baltimore, but their shots are a lot more rushed.
Patrick Thompson unable to connect. Bo Jelovac looking to track it down. Ben Raymond with a foot on it, but it's back in the possession of Baltimore. Streaking down the right sideline comes Donatelli. He pulls it back, circles back, he shoots, and a good dive save made right to his right is Andrew Coughlin. And Syracuse gets the ball back, approaching 2 minutes to go.
If Andrew Coughlin is going to have an opportunity to save it, he will. The 5 Baltimore Blast goals, I'm going to argue that 4 of them were unsavable, Jonah, and when the defense makes it a little bit easy on her, even if it's just a little bit easier, he'll make the save.
Yeah, one thing that Baltimore has really had the upper hand of in this game is on defense, unable to allow the opponent to get inside the box. Syracuse, on the other hand, allowing Baltimore Blast players to left and right knife its way into the box. A shot on goal. That sails wide to the right. Jelovac looking to get the ball back for Syracuse, but it's into the feet of the Blast. A shot, again, off the boards to the right side. That one high, headed away by Darren Toby, and Jelovac tracks it down. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tracked down by Patrick Thompson, back to Slavica Ubi-Parapovic. To Thompson. And Capinos gets it back to Andrew Coughlin. Coughlin telling Jake Schindler to settle it down. Dos Santos playing it to the corner. As Schindler falls to the ground, Slavica Ubi-Parapovic looking to get a foot on it. Jake Schindler is too. And Conardo Forbes eventually does around the Dave & Buster's logo under 90 seconds to go before the final period. Vitale. Played off the boards to the corner looking for Joey Tavernisi. He's been silent in today's ballgame.
He's someone that the Silver Knights obviously cannot afford to be silent. This has been his breakout year, probably the best season in Syracuse Silver Knights history, and now in the big moment, he's shying away.
Capinos rolls it out. And here comes Dantas. A shot on goal just wide left. Mello tracks it down on the left corner. Forbes looking to take it away. Into the box, and it is stripped away, taken away by Syracuse. Vitale sends it out of bounds. Over 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Blast on top 5-1.
Baltimore going to get a great opportunity here with the top of the arc shot, thanks to that defensive clearance.
free kick upcoming for the Blast. A three-man wall for Syracuse. Here comes Mello. He hesitates. He has Healy to his right side. He sends it right. Healy with the kick. A bicycle try, and it's deflected into the arms of Andrew Coughlin, who sends it across the left sideline.
Baltimore looking like they were trying to rub it in a little bit on that bicycle kick. And that foul's going to be called on Syracuse.
Back into the offensive possession for the Baltimore Blast. Just under 25 seconds left in the third period. Hoxie to take it. Blast on top, 5-1. Syracuse actually leads in the shot on goals department, 8-7. Another whistle blow. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. And this time it's going in favor of Syracuse.
Looks like it's going to be a shot from the white line. Unclear why, but another great opportunity right here for the Silver Knights to cut down this deficit.
Slavisa Ubi Parapovic to take it, just a two-man wall. His strong left foot sends it high of the net, deflected out of bounds, but it's back in favor of Syracuse with 18 seconds left.
I like that shot right there from Ubi Parapovic. Has one of the strongest legs in all of the MASL. Tried to show it off there, but good job by the wall to prevent that from going through.
Let's see if Syracuse can capitalize and take just a 3-goal deficit into the final period. Slavisa, just wide right, he misses. Approaching 10 seconds to go, Joey Tavernisi looking to get the ball back for the Silver Knights. Vitali eventually does, 7 seconds to go. Here's Slavisa, a slide save by Capinos with 1 second left, and that is the horn.
It was a great pass from Jake Schindler to lead to a wide open shot for Slavisa, but another great save from the backup goalie, Capinos. He's really doing a great job today, Jonah.
Well, Baltimore tacks on one more, but Syracuse gets on the board. Baltimore will take a 5-1 lead into the final period. Find out what happens next when we return on MASL TV. We'll be right back. The MASL and Mitre share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Mitre's Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Mitre's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball, and it has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. You're watching the Syracuse Silver Knights on MASL TV. You can catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. 15 minutes on the clock, getting ready for the final period. The Baltimore Blast leading the Syracuse Silver Knights 5-1 here in Game 1 of Round 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Baltimore coming into the day 17-5 on the year. The higher seed, Syracuse, just 13-9. Their first playoff appearance in 2 years, and in front of a crowd of nearly 1,700 people, Justin, it hasn't been exactly what they wanted it to be.
Not at all, Jonah, and especially when you have Game 2 in Baltimore on Sunday, a team that hasn't lost in its home arena all season long, and they're going to drop 0-1. If Baltimore wins this game on Sunday, and if this score holds, where the Blast are going to win tonight as well, that's it. Syracuse's season is over, and that is not what head coach Ryan Hall and the Syracuse crowd is going to want.
Syracuse with a penalty kick. Nate Bordeaux and Jake Schindler both patrolling. 8 shots on goal for Syracuse, 7 shots on goal for Baltimore, but Baltimore with a heavy lead in the final period, 5-1. Here's a shot from Schindler inside the box, taken away by Baltimore. Schindler tracks it down, and he gets it back for Syracuse, resetting to Logan Roberts. 14.5 to go, just about 30 seconds gone by. Joined by Justin Parr, Jonah Karp with you. Here at the On Center War Memorial Arena in Syracuse. If Syracuse can somehow pull out a victory, they'll take a 1-0 lead back to Baltimore, but the latter seems more likely that Baltimore will take one back home. Looking to sweep the series, the 2-game series, before round 2 ensues. Mello plays it back to Hoxie, and Baltimore resetting. And the Blast looking so good, Justin, all game long on both offense and defense.
And they've just been consistent, and Syracuse, quite honestly, hasn't. They've had some great moments where they looked like they were threatening, and it was just Capinos making some really good saves. But for most of the game, it's been a lot of sloppy play, mainly on the defensive end, having to do with laziness, but the offense was not crisp at all, to say the least.
Hoxie looking for an angle against Darren Toby. Toby doing a good job boxing out. Tracking it down is Toby, and he gets it back for Syracuse, slowing down the tempo. Looking for Joey Tavernese, who sends it back to Toby, streaking down the right sideline. Baltimore gets it back. A good job dispossessing. Hoxie now with possession, but it's back into the feet of Bo Yelovak. So both teams trading possessions. Under 13.5 to go in this one. Conardo Forbes holds for Syracuse. Flies one out to Jake Schindler into the corner. Schindler plays it off and circles back. Here comes Forbes against Hoxie. Looking to shake him off left alley. Back up top, Slavisa sends it high, a moonshot. And that went into the stratosphere, just way too high for the net, Justin.
Not quite as high as the Coughlin clearance that hit the ceiling here at the On Center War Memorial, but definitely not close at all.
I'd say no.
No.
13 minutes to go in this one. Baltimore on top 5-1. Coughlin sends it all the way to Capinos. Or rather, the other way around. Here's Coughlin now rolling it out to Slavisa Parapovic. Bo Yelovak with a double team coming on. Approaching 12.5 to go. A 5-1 Blast lead. Syracuse looking to get one back. And it bounces into the arms of Capinos once again. Just another story in this one. When Syracuse looks like it has an angle inside, they really don't.
No, not at all, Jonah.
Approaching 12 minutes to go. Capinos across the white line. Sends it to Dantas. Parapovic tracking it down. Darren Toby gets a foot on it. So does Slav. And the double team works for Syracuse briefly, and Baltimore gets it back. Dos Santos recontrols and gets it to Pereira back across the Dave & Buster's logo under 12 minutes to go. Pereira down the far side, guarded tightly by and Callahan, Liam Callahan.
Haven't said his name too many times today.
Not at all. That's why I stumbled. Shot wide left. Taken away by Syracuse. Here comes Callahan once again. Ryan Hall now using pretty much the rest of his roster, looking to get some points on the board. They just haven't been coming.
You got to try something that they haven't been, Jonah. They've been playing Baltimore's game the entire 3.5 quarters so far. They have to start playing Syracuse Silver Knight soccer, and it's going to have to start soon.
Forbes is dispossessed. Looking to get something going with Tavernisi, but it's going back in the direction of Syracuse. 11 minutes, 2 seconds left in this one. The Blast on top of the Syracuse Silver Knights, 5-1. Thanks for joining us on MASL TV. A free kick from the top of the arch. Slav to take it. Forbes to his left, Yelovak to his right. It's actually Forbes who circles in. Gets it to Yelovak, he shoots, and a whistle blown as Callahan falls to the ground.
Jonah, it looked like he was in the box there. I think that's what Canardo Forbes is arguing, but actually it's a foul on Callahan, and now the Blast will get a free possession.
Just over 11 minutes to go in the game. The Blast looking to hang on to a 4-goal lead. Mello falls to the ground as Syracuse looks to get the ball back. 10 minutes, 51 seconds left. And after the whistle, Baltimore to recontrol, moving from left to right.
Frustration's clearly being shown on the pitch right here from the Silver Knights. They're not happy with the way this game is being called, and they're obviously not happy with their performance here tonight.
This is a Syracuse Silver Knights team that beat the Baltimore team back on Sunday, just 4 days ago, a 6-4 victory. But we talked about it already. A lot of key players not in that one.
That's right. You have Dantas and Hoxie, who combined for 3 goals so far in this game, and then you have Pereira, who is another really good player. It's tough to overcome that, Jonah.
Bo Yelovak looking to make something happen there, but to no avail. Jamie Thomas getting a foot on it. Syracuse recontrolling, though. Here comes Canardo Forbes, and it's taken away once again by Jamie Thomas. Back into the possession of Jake Schindler.
Looked like Yelovak was trying to set up Schindler right there.
Forbes, just high. Bo Yelovak plays it. And he'll look to probe inside to Ben Raymond. The one-timer is no good, and Forbes tracks it down into the corner. Forbes looks to get inside. He shoots just high and right of the net. Nate Bordeaux tracks it down, 9.5 to go. Syracuse down by 4 goals. Looking to make something happen here. Ben Raymond. Back to Canardo Forbes, left sideline. Forbes, the veteran, controlling for Syracuse. Jamaican native, second all-time points leader in Syracuse history, just behind Slavica Upi Parapovic.
Last year's team MVP, looking to make a statement here late in this game 1 of the playoffs.
Domenico Vitali, back to Darren Toby, resetting for Syracuse on offense now under 9 minutes to go. Inside Bo Yelovak, jostling for position. Vitali, he puts it in! Domenico Vitali cuts it to 3, a 5-2 Blast lead with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Justin, this one's not over yet.
Not at all, Jonah, and the 1,700 here in the On-Center War Memorial Arena don't think so either. The cheers are loud, and hopefully there's some momentum for this Syracuse team that didn't have any all game long.
Vitali finding some space on the right wing. He just had 2 goals on the year in the regular season, 1 assist, just 3 points, but he has 1 of 2 goals in this one. Under 8.5 to go, and Syracuse gets the ball back. Another player who hasn't seen much playing time, Logan Roberts, he shoots, and it's blocked away by Capinos. Ball deflected, a loose rebound, tracked down by Donatelli, and now a couple players on the floor in the center of the box. For Syracuse, that's crucial. Joey Tavernisi, but he gets back up and he looks fine. Just a little bit frustrated.
And he definitely should be frustrated. He's not having a game parallel to any game he's had all season long, Jonah.
8 minutes, 17 seconds left in this one. The Blast on top, 5-2. Dantas has scored twice, so has Hoxie. Well, Hoxie scored once, Peruzzi scored once as well. The last goal came off the foot of Vitali. It's a 5-2 lead. Bordeaux from the left side trickles into the arms of Capinos. Under 8 minutes to go. Peruzzi. Peruzzi puts it in with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left. The Blast on top, 6-2. Nothing Coughlin could do there. Another open shot for Baltimore.
Pretty much tells the story of this game, Jonah. Once they got a shred of momentum, just goes away just like that.
Well, Baltimore has a 6-2 advantage over the Syracuse Silver Knights. We'll see if Syracuse can fight back in game number 1 of round 1 of the playoffs. We'll see. It comes down to the wire after this. We'll be right back. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. You're watching the Syracuse Silver Knights on MASL TV. You can catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. 7 minutes, 53 seconds to go in this one. The Baltimore Blast on top, 6-2 in game 1 of the first round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Syracuse in the playoffs for the first time in 2 years. Joined alongside Justin Pora, I'm Jonah Karp here at the Odd Center War Memorial Arena in Syracuse. 7.5 to go. Schindler tracks it down and gets it back to Coughlin. Leaves it for Coughlin in the defensive zone and gets it back to Canardo Forbes. Justin, it's been a tough one for Syracuse in this one.
And I think that's putting it nicely, Jonah. The frustrations are showing clearly on every single players' faces, and Coach Ryan Hall definitely cannot be happy with this team's performance, especially when you're going into Baltimore on Sunday, a location where the Blast haven't lost at all this entire season, and you're going to have to go through a lot if you want to make it to the second round.
It seems as with every second ticking down in this one, the hopes of Silver Knights fans, of the crowd of 1,700 people here at the On Center, the hopes of them doing something in the playoffs are that much slim. Maybe not. Canardo Forbes putting it in, getting the Knights back within 3 under 7 minutes to go.
That was an absolute bullet off the left foot of Forbes. And now this crowd is back on its feet, Jonah. I don't know. Crazier things have happened.
And like we mentioned in the first half, where Syracuse was down by 4 goals, indoor soccer is a game of runs. We've seen it all season long with Syracuse, both from Syracuse and opponents they faced. A 4-goal lead isn't really much. All a team needs to do is get hot. Maybe off the Canardo Forbes goal, some momentum can start brewing.
And it would have to be the first time this game for this team to get some momentum brewing. No better opportunity than right now. They just have to take advantage.
That one bouncing into the arms of Andrew Coughlin, who rolls it out to Jake Schindler. Bernardo Forbes has been here all 7 seasons. This is his 4th playoffs.
Last year's team MVP finally making an impact in this game.
Patrick Thompson looking to get inside. The crowd riled up as a whistle is blown, Thompson falling to the ground. And it's going in favor of Syracuse. 6 minutes, 15 seconds, with the Blast leading by 3. Syracuse with a free kick.
Thompson was making his way around that defender without the penalty. I think that's a goal. And now they're going to bring this ball in, making an easier shot for Schindler.
A 3-man wall. A 3-man wall for Baltimore. Jake Schindler standing behind the ball. Bordeaux to his left side. Patrick Thompson all the way in the right corner. Now he closes in. Jake Schindler goes for the net and he scores! Jake Schindler putting it in for Syracuse. That cuts it to just 2. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left. Justin, we're not done yet.
Wow, Jonah, an absolute rocket right there from Jake Schindler. That's just what they needed. They haven't done anything off the free kick all game long. Just what a shot from Schindler. Nothing that Capitos could do about it. Oh, and the atmosphere is alive here at the On Center, Jonah.
It's electric here at the On Center War Memorial Arena. A crowd of 1,700 watching the Syracuse Silver Knights play in their first playoff game in 2 years. And Syracuse getting hot late, making the most of this one. Play to Andrew Coughlin in the corner. Forbes heads it. And it's back into the offensive zone for Syracuse as Bo Yelovak looks to track it down. Darren Toby looking to get it back for Syracuse. Play toward the Dave & Buster's logo with both teams trading possession. Looking to get the loose rebound, and Logan Roberts comes up with it. Karam's off the corner. And off the deflection, Bernardo Forbes gets a foot on it, gives it off to Darren Toby, and Dantas takes it back for the Blast. And it sails out of bounds. Who was the last touched by? It was last touched by Syracuse, back into the possession of Baltimore.
Jonah, this isn't anything different. Syracuse has been dominating possession all game long, but this is the first time they're actually making good of that possession. And now the crowd is buying into that. They think this team can win this thing.
Darren Toby steals it away for Syracuse, and he falls to the ground. Another whistle blown, and the clock stops at 5 minutes and 9 seconds.
It's the first time all game long Baltimore starting to lose its composure. They've been so consistent all game, but now in the closing minutes of regulation, they're starting to fall apart just a little bit.
Entering the home stretch of this one, 5 minutes left. Syracuse down by 2. But it looks like momentum's in the favor of the Knights, as the clock is stopped once again at 4 minutes 57 seconds. And Syracuse re-controls on offense. Jake Schindler sends it across the way, looking to find Joey Tavernisi, and it sails out of bounds.
Unfortunate bounce right there. Looks like Tavernisi had position, and that's the position he likes to have it back to the net, right in that left corner. That's usually where he gets most of his goals and assists.
So Baltimore with the ball. Hoxie heads it, but it's bounced into the defensive zone, and Coughlin was the only one there. Hoxie looking to get the ball back for the Blast, taken away briefly by Bordeaux, and it's back to Mello, who sends it back to Baltimore. But it's back into the arms of Coughlin. So a break there for Syracuse, and the Knights to get the ball with under 4.5 to go. A loose ball trickles into the net. Oh no, that's not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Silver Knights.
That's a huge mistake right there from Slavisa Ubi Parapovic. He just tried to touch it back to Coughlin. That's not what you can do with a defender all over your back. You have to clear that ball as far as you can away from your net, not towards it.
A mental mistake from the always reliable goalkeeper, and it was Jeremy Raley the last to touch it. It's back up to a 3-goal lead for the Blast, 7-4, with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this one. Bo Yellowbach standing over the ball at midfield.
And Jonah, it's time. Andrew Coughlin has exited. Canardo Forbes now wearing that extra attacker jersey. Syracuse is going to have to play this one 6-on-5 if they want to make up the ground.
So an extra man for Syracuse, an empty net. A little bit risky, a little bit dangerous, but sometimes you got to take risks, and Syracuse is doing just that. Here
I think
comes
it's a good
Bordeaux.
call right here, Jonah.
Darren Toby into the corner. Jostling for position, looking to probe inside. Can't find an angle and gets it back. Here comes Forbes. Back to Bo Yellowbach, back to Forbes. Syracuse playing pitch and catch across the white line. Slavisa looking to get it inside, and he tracks down the loose rebound. Under 4 minutes to go, the Blast on top by 3. Here comes Bordeaux playing it off the boards. Taken away by Dos Santos. Bordeaux looking to get it back. Slavisa now tracking it down off the boards, and he does get it back, and he slows it down back to Forbes. Back to Slavisa, inside Toby. Right side, Tavernisi plays it off the boards, and it's deflected to Bo Yellowbach. Up top, Forbes. Bo Yellowbach left side, and it's deflected away into the possession of Bo Yellowbach with a double team coming on. Toby puts it in! And now some pushing and shoving. Darren Toby and the goalkeeper, Joey Capinos, trading punches. It's getting feisty here in the on-center. Syracuse down by 2, 7-5. The extra man works, but whistle's blown. Let's see if the officials hand out any cards.
And the emotions are certainly building up here in the closing minutes of this game. For the first time, really all game, Capinos is getting pressured and he's losing. He gave up 4 goals in this quarter, and now here come the Silver Knights, only down 2, 3:10 to go, and definitely momentum's on their side.
And toward the tail end of that, Canardo Forbes and Capinos exchanging words, but no cards handed out. The officials still conversing on the right sideline. But as of now, Mello stands over the ball. The Blast leading by 2, 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Looks like it'll still be a 5-on-5, but the officials have yet to regroup.
Darren Toby got a little lucky with that one. The reason that fight started, he tried to grab the ball out from the net. Capinos wouldn't let him, and then Toby started to grab his jersey. Lucky there's no blue cards on the field.
There'll be an official timeout. 7-5, the Blast lead, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. And it's exciting. This one will come down to the wire. A close finish in game 1 of round 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. You don't want to miss how this one ends. Stick around on MASL TV. We'll be right back. Back here at the On Center, War Memorial Arena in Syracuse, alongside Justin Pora, I'm Jonah Karp. The Blast lead the Syracuse Silver Knights 7-5 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this one. Syracuse able to capitalize on a man-up opportunity, a 6-5 man-up opportunity with Canardo Forbes, the extra goal scorer. And it was Darren Toby who put it in. But toward the tail end of that, and after the goal happened, Justin, there were some punches thrown, some pushing and shoving, emotions being worn on the sleeves of players on both sides, and it was really Capinos and Toby going at it.
And during our TV timeout, Jonah, it looks like the officials reviewed the play, and now Darren Toby is heading to the penalty box. Not what you want to see if you're the Silver Knights. Just when you're starting to break down the Blast, cut into this game, your best defenders go into the box.
Yeah, that's crucial, especially after he just got you within 2. But What happened after that, our understanding, is that after the goal, Capinos held on to the ball. Toby got a little bit frustrated with that and let the emotions get the best of it.
Yeah, he tried to grab the ball out from the back of the net and place it in the center, something a lot of soccer players do as a celebration for when they score. But Capinos does have a right to hold on to that ball, and Toby let the aggression get the best of him. And now, with 3:10 left, for 2 minutes, they're going to be down a man, and that mental mistake is going to bug Ryan Hall to no end. And especially when momentum's high, now playing a man down, this comeback seems a lot less likely.
Yeah, mental mistakes a problem for the Silver Knights late in this one. We saw a mental mistake on defense. Andrew Coughlin made a great save in net, but then tried to roll it out, didn't realize there was a player right in front of him for the blast, and it just trickled right in.
Jonah, it looks like because of Capinos' behavior, Baltimore's going to have to send someone to the box too, so now it's going to be 4-on-4. Definitely favorable to the Silver Knights. It looked like Toby was going to be the only one going to the box, but now even strength once again. And it's interesting to see Andrew Coughlin in between the pipes and not Canardo Forbes with the extra attacker.
So it's Thompson, Yelovak, Schindler, and it looks like Slavisa Ubi Parapovic on the field for the Silver Knights alongside Canardo Forbes. So a 5-on-4 for the Baltimore Blast. Capino still in net. Forbes gets it back to Slav, back up top to Forbes, under 3 minutes to go. 7-5, the Blast lead. Play to the right, Patrick Thompson, back to Thompson in the corner. No angle there, back up top to Forbes. 90 seconds left on the power play. Syracuse with a 5-on-4 advantage. Going empty net with Canardo Forbes, the extra man. Good tight defense from Donatelli of Baltimore. Here comes Thompson right side.
They have to start making a push, Jonah. Not enough
Tavernisi.
time for them to hold it like this.
Back to Forbes. Bo Yelovak plays it left wing. Back up top to Forbes. Under a minute to go on the power play. Shot on goal. Save made by Capinos. A huge save as it sails out of bounds. 1 minute, 59 seconds left. 50 seconds left on the power play. An empty net for Syracuse, a 5-on-4 for Syracuse, and the ball in the possession of Syracuse, down by 2.
Capinos has made a lot of big saves in this one. None bigger than that one, which would have made it a 1-goal game. Syracuse has all the momentum riding with them right now.
Tavernisi unable to find an angle. Back to Bo Yelovak, played up top to Forbes. Dish to the right side, Slavisa Ubi Parapovic. To the corner, Nate Bordeaux. Slav with a shot wide left of the net. That one played off the boards. Chased down by Canardo Forbes, and it's back to Ubi Parapovic, who sends it into the corner. Tavernisi tracks it down. Just 10 seconds to go on the power play, and it's put into the net. Bo Yelovak cuts the deficit to just 1 minute, 18 seconds left.
We talked about how Joey Tavernisi hasn't really shown up in this game. What a pass right there to set up the captain for the volley. 1-goal game, Jonah. I can't believe it.
This one is not over yet. Syracuse down by as many as 4 goals in the final period. They've climbed all the way back. They now just trail by 1. Bo Yelovak putting it in net for Syracuse, and the Silver Knights will head to the bench. Baltimore calls timeout.
Wow, do they need this timeout? They need to regain that composure that they had for the first 50 minutes of this game. And the end of the fourth quarter, Syracuse has just been dominating. They've had the possession all game long, but now they're taking advantage. They're hitting these shots, and the Baltimore defense honestly has no answer for them, as they did for the first 3.5 quarters of this game.
Okay, Justin, you're Danny Kelly, the head coach of the Baltimore Blast. Your team comes into the on-center. You look dominant for much of this ball game. You are on top by as many as 4 goals in this game, but now the opponent, in front of a crowd of 1,700 people, has climbed all the way back and cut it to 1. What do you tell your team?
You got to just tell them to remember how you played for the majority of this game. Baltimore was so dominant all game long. This is just absolutely out of the blue from Syracuse in this first quarter. They have to get back to their roots. They know that their defense is their biggest strength. They have to keep the ball on their side of the field, and if they see Syracuse coming to attack, I honestly think they have to clear it, Jonah. They're not having anyone in goal. Their best bet is to just clear and clear and clear. Can't let Syracuse get any more wide open opportunities as they've been getting with the extra attacker.
7-6 the Blast lead. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in this one. And probably more importantly, we've seen twice now in a row the sixth man work for Syracuse.
And it was absolutely huge right there. In this case, it was actually the fifth man with Darren Toby on the bench. But wow, what a decision by Ryan Hall to take Andrew Coughlin out. And they're going with Forbes right away, as opposed to Coughlin started out the last time Baltimore would start with possession.
So they're doing it again. Just 5 seconds left on the power play. Forbes is able to touch the ball with his hands because as the extra man, he acts as the goalie. Power play is over. Syracuse still with the advantage on top 6-5 with the man advantage. Under 1 minute to go, 55 seconds and counting on the clock. Forbes plays it to Bo Yelovak left side, back to Forbes. Double team closing in to Bordeaux, back to Yelovak, tracking it down in the corner. 40 seconds left in this one. 7-6 Baltimore leads. Forbes left side, plays it to the corner. A sliding Bo Yelovak played off the top of the wall, and it's 30 seconds left. A whistle blown, clock is stopped with 30.1 seconds left, and Syracuse gets possession, down by 1. It all comes down to this. Here's Forbes, 25 seconds. Slavica Ubi-Parapovic deflects out of bounds. A smart play by the veteran. 19 seconds left in this one. And an argument there from Mello. He's saying a fan reached over the wall, and it should have been off the top of the fence, but it looks like the officials are going to give the ball back to Syracuse. 19 seconds left, down by 1. Extra man on the field, it's Canardo Forbes playing it to his right. Slavica Ubi-Parapovic to Nate Bordeaux, back to Slav, 10 seconds to go. Joey Tavernisi, and it's back into the possession of Baltimore. That could do it. 6 seconds left. Forbes tracks it down into the defensive zone, plays it to the corner, just 1 second on the clock. Last chance for Forbes. Clock hits triple zeros, and the final buzzer sounds. A tough break for Syracuse. They were down by 4, Justin. They climbed all the way back to cut it to 1, but they're going to head to Baltimore, down 1-0 in the series.
Jonah, they just played out of their minds in that fourth quarter. That's what head coach Ryan Hall would have liked to see over the course of 60 minutes. Unfortunately, he only got it over the course of 10, and that's just not good enough against the 2-time defending MASL champions.
Okay, so reflecting on this game, Syracuse, a lot of struggles, both on offense and defense, especially in the first half. Looked like they started to figure it out and began to click on all cylinders in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter. What are some positives and negatives to take away and take with them on the road to Baltimore?
I mean, if they wanted to have one good quarter and still lose this game, the fourth quarter is the one to do it. Now they know that they can hang with this Baltimore team. They have all season long in all 4 games, including the 1 victory, but they just proved that they can hang with this team, especially in the moments where they thrive in. They're the defending champions. All the pressure is on them. Syracuse has nothing to lose, and they came out in that fourth quarter absolutely electrified and motivated, and they need to do that over the course of 4 quarters. But now you have to go into Baltimore, a place where the Blast haven't lost all season long, but you have to carry that momentum. They need to stay as composed as they were in this final period if they want a shot of dethroning the champs.
Well, the next game is in Baltimore, and if the Blast can pull out a victory, they take the first round. If Syracuse wins it, then they head to an overtime. If they can win it there, then Syracuse takes the first round. It's not over yet, but not an encouraging sign after Syracuse falls at home in Game 1 of Round 1 of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. 7 Final score in favor of the Baltimore. For Justin Poor, I'm Jonah Karp, saying so long, and for right now.
That's